Ready? Okay. Alright, everyone. So it's the next day now, and we have let this dry almost completely. It's still a little bit squishy, but that is okay. So now I'm going to tackle the top. And I've come to a conclusion. I did some thinking last night. I don't think I'm going to make the top look like a mountain. I am going to try and make the bottom piece look like a mountain by putting some foam triangles and then building up. But I don't think I'm going to make this look like a triangle. I am, however, going to put paper mache around the top here. But I'm not going to paper mache down. So, now that we have avocado back up here, so we have been putting flea stuff on him for a while, and we haven't had to do it in a while, which is a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. And when we do put flea stuff on him, we wear gloves because the flea stuff is toxic to humans. It can make you sick, really sick. And he does not like the feel of the flea stuff, and he really does not like the feel of gloves. So we won't be touching it today. It's okay. So I'm just going to mix up more of my stuff here, my paper mache mix. We're just going to go a little bit of water. And we're going to mix it up. And we're going to need to add a little more black paint because this is quite gray right now. We want to try and match the colors as best we can. Now, it's not necessary to paper mache this top part. I'm doing it for more stability and more rigidity. So it will last longer. Because we don't want to make something that'll break within 2 uses. No. I want to be able to use this in the future as well. And I had another thought last night. I'm going to sacrifice an entire set of dice, and I'm going to put them around the top, at the top of the mountain. So, now that we have that mixture pretty good, we are going to separate these if we can. And it's okay if they're a little bit stuck together. That's fine. And I'm going to speed this process up, but I'm basically just going to dip it in. And then now that I have this completely wrapped, I'm just going to take this. Is that okay? Inspect that. Is it good? Is it good? It's good. And I'm just going to slide this back here. I'm going to make sure you guys can still see it. I am going to put it in the longer video of it drying. I don't know. So, before I get the triangles made, I know I said I'd make the triangles. I'm going to cut it. Am I going to paint the inside of this? I have made an executive decision. I'm going to paint it. Paint the inside. Here's my big brush. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have made an executive decision. We're going to paint the inside of it. Paint it. Paint you. Paint, 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 paint. Paint, 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 paint avocado. Paint avocado. You're so cute. You're so cute. Alright. And I'm just going to take... I am going to use Mod Podge and black paint. You don't have to. I'm doing this to make my black paint a little bit thicker, so it sticks to the inside of it better, because the inside, as you guys probably already know, is just smooth metal. Very hard for paint to stick to unless it is metal paint or spray paint. If I had spray paint, I would have already spray painted the inside. Paint, you don't want it. Tell me when I've added enough. The inside of it's now painted. It's a little bit hard to see, but I'm just going to let that dry a bit. And while it's drying, so guys, if you haven't noticed, Avocado isn't in my room anymore. He's a little bit tired. He was running around all night last night, so we're going to continue without him, and we'll get him to inspect when we're done. So it seems like the paint on the inside has dried completely. Yeah. So we are going to put a second coat of paint on the inside of it, and while we're at it, we're going to paint the fins too. I know I said I didn't really need to, but I'm going to. Excuse me. I'm probably going to speed this entire process up for you guys, so I don't bore anyone. I am now going to measure the top of this, because that's how long the strips of cardboard are going to be that I'm going to use to make the ramps and baffles on the inside of this. So, this. And the top of this is about 4 inches. So we are going to measure out 4 inches on here. We're going to make a line. Okay, so there's a little bit of folding that's going to happen here. Okay, let me get you guys a better shot. So, we're going to take our strip of cardboard, and we are going to fold it in half to get that center line. Now, you don't have to fold it to get the center line. You can always just mark it out with your ruler. I'm going to fold it. So you get kind of a curve. And then I'm going to fold each side, kind of like a paper airplane, into that center line. So we're going to make kind of like a trough. Perfect. This is what we're looking for. This is so when it is sloped and a dice hits it, it won't roll out the sides and it will roll evenly down it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I don't know, go just the tip of my thumb in, and I'm going to cut the edges. Just the sides that we folded into the middle. That is so I can take it like this, and it will still have that trough. And this is so I can put hot glue on the back and glue it on the inside. And I'm going to leave it flappy on the inside while it's glued like this. So it will be pointing down. So that's one of those done. I'm going to speed up this next portion and get the rest of these done. So now that I have all of these made, you don't have to make them exactly like this. There are different ways to make these. This is just my preferred way to make them. And once I have it set up, I am just going to glue the center here, because I want to be able to adjust them if I need to, and then glue the side flaps to here if I need to. So we are going to let the rest of the paint inside of this dry. So guys, in the meantime, I'm going to pick out dice. This is my shelving unit of dice. It goes D20s, D10s, D100s, D12s. I do believe these are the fraction ones. Nope, these are the D8s. And then these ones are D4s and D6s. So, to match the theme of my mountain, I think I'm going to go with these dark gray ones. And I think I'm going to do a mixture of dark gray and light gray. So, I only have one dark gray D20, so I'll take my duplicate light gray D20. I'm also going to use light gray for these two, because it seems I don't have a dark gray. See, no dark gray, unfortunately. Here's where we get into dark gray. So D12, or D8 will be dark gray. And our D4 is going to be dark gray. I have two of these. I think I'm going to use this one for my D6. So to give you guys a better view of these, here's the D20 I'm using. Here's the D100, or the fraction dice, or decimal dice, I should say. D10, D8, or well, I'll go D12, D8, our D4, and then finally the gemstone on top, the D6. And what I'm most likely going to do is just hot glue them on. I'm going to hot glue them on because these are hard plastic. The hot glue will come off of these very easily. And what I'm actually going to do before I hot glue them on is I'm going to put some hot glue on one of them and then peel it off to see how easy it is to peel off. To see if it'll get stuck up in the numbers or anything or ruin any of the numbers. And if it does, that's okay. I'll just remove this one and use a different D6. Sorry everyone if I burp a lot in this part of the video. I had chili last night. cool, buddy. Okay, so I can't really do anything right at this moment, so we are going to let this and this dry for a bit. I'm going to cover this with some saran wrap or plastic wrap, which I actually have over here. Don't mind the brown paint on it. It is brown paint and Mod Podge, or Mod Podge, from when I was making some tiles. Now, a quick tip I want to give everyone. If you still have a lot of something left, but you don't want to just throw it out, and if it's paint or something like that, you can paint your paint around the edge of your container if you don't have a lid for that container. And then what you can do is take your saran wrap, and this will really make sure that it seals good. Put your saran wrap over the top, and you just squish it out. And make sure that everything's sealed up. And then the paint around the edge will dry, sealing the paint that's inside of the cup and making it so it won't dry up. So I'm now probably going to give you guys a time lapse of this stuff drying. I'm going to set this like this. How am I going to prop you up? That's how I'm going to prop you up. Set this like this. Make sure that you guys get a really good view of it. I'm then going to set up my flashlight if I can find it. Oh, where did I put it? I'm having a rough day today, folks. Couldn't find my phone this morning. Now I can't find my flashlight. Couldn't find my ring either. I have a promise ring from my significant other, and well, no, this one isn't from my significant other. This is one of the ones that I got for both of us. I actually don't think they've gotten me any rings. What the actual heck? Oh, this is gonna have to be heavily edited out. Fuck. Alright, so I found my flashlight, so I'm going to set it up. I do want this close by. I was going to give you guys a time lapse of the paint in here drying and of this drying, but unfortunately I can't really set up my flashlight and camera to give you guys a good view. As I said in my first video, and as I'll say now, my camera's garbage. It is an off-brand GoPro. It is terrible. Would not buy it again. So I'm going to let the inside of this dry, and I'm going to let this dry for a little bit, and we will be back. Alright, so now that everything is dry, this top part has dried, and the inside of here has dried. Unfortunately, one of our triangles came off, so I'm going to peel the hot glue off of this. Actually, I'm going to leave that on. We're going to plug the hot glue gun back in. Sorry about the fan noise. I'm going to say that properly when I get up here. So I want to apologize about the fan noise again. It got a little bit warm in my room. So we have the top almost fully painted. We just need to paint this now. And I'm going to paint the inside of the tube as well. This is fully painted. We're just waiting for our hot glue gun now. I'm going to take this and just some normal black paint. I'm not going to mix it with anything. Don't really need to. I'm going to get some black paint down. Yeah, use this paintbrush. And I'm now going to paint the inside and then around the base and the bottom of the... Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I've been experiencing some technical difficulties with my camera and the SD card. I had a bunch of files on there that weren't supposed to be on there, which ended up stopping my recording at some point. So I'm just going to do a quick overview of what I've done so far, just to make sure you guys are caught up. So far, I have cut the hole, put hot glue around the inside, so there's no sharp metal, because the inside of this is metal. I have also added cardboard to the bottom, and I have painted the inside. I have put paper mache, paper towel on the outside, with these strips of paper towel, and this paper mache mix. These fins are going to be for more paper mache. They're going to be for half sheets of paper towel that will drape over and across. We are going to make this top portion look like a stone pillar. And let's actually see if this still fits now that I've painted. It should still fit. If anything, it should just be more snug now. Oh, fits like a glove. But we are going to make this look like a pillar. And the bottom of it's going to look like a mountain that leads up to a pillar. Goes up. And as I said before, we're going to take this set of dice and we're going to glue them probably up here on top. Around like this. On whichever flat side I can get them on. And we're going to space them out evenly, but that's just to give you guys an idea of what I'm going to do. So, unfortunately, because of the technical difficulties, it is now late at night. I'm very tired. And unfortunately, I cannot continue with this video right now. So, in the next video, I'm going to put the paper mache on the outside, back here. I'm also going to dry brush the entire thing once everything's dry, and I'm going to make it look like stone. And then once everything's dried after that, we're going to hot glue the dice on. We're going to make everything look as close to a mountainy pillar as we can. And then that should be it for this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm very sorry that I have to cut it short. But it is currently, I don't know, 9:30 at night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave me a like and a comment. Share this video with a friend you guys think would like this video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goods of the buys.